Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought I would film a what I spend in a week. I've been watching these videos a lot and I just find them super interesting. I love when people talk about money. I've always been interested in money. I just find it very interesting seeing how other people spend their money and how it differs from state to state or different countries. I've seen a lot of people doing it in New York, so I thought I would make one being here in California. Yeah, I feel like prices are really freaking high right now, especially gas. I've heard that food prices are going up as well, so that's great. I also feel like money isn't talked about a lot on the internet. A lot of people don't share how much they make or how much they spend. It's just like a very taboo topic. So I feel like it's good to talk about it because how are you gonna learn about money if people don't talk about it? I feel like I learned a lot about money and finances through YouTube. So I hope this gives you some insight on living in California and what I spend. It's not the same every week, obviously. This week I actually spent a little bit more because I went grocery shopping twice, and usually I only go once during the week. But this time I went Sunday and Monday, so I spent a little bit more. And then I also included my bills. I'm just gonna kind of include all my monthly bills and then divide them by 4, so that way it's per week, so how much I'm spending on bills per week. Okay, starting the week off on Monday, I went to Trader Joe's. Typically I do my grocery shops on Sundays, but this week I didn't do the Sunday before, so I did it on Monday, and I ended up spending $53.26 at Trader Joe's, which actually wasn't very bad. I guess I should mention that I live with my boyfriend and we split a lot of the bills, so I don't pay everything, obviously, and we live in a house. So we kind of just divided up the bills based on our income and who can really afford more at the moment. So he mostly pays like rent and like the bigger expenses, and then I'll pay the smaller expenses like our HOA bill and then SMUD, electricity, things like that. I also pay for groceries. So for this week, I spent $53.26 on Monday for groceries, and this was just for me because my boyfriend was out of town. And then on Monday, I also spent $11.26 on a book, and this book was Verity. This is the best purchase I ever made in my entire life, not to be dramatic, but this book actually got me back into reading, and I very much enjoyed this book, but it definitely is very dark. So I bought that on Monday, and then moving on to Tuesday, I actually packed my own lunch and didn't spend money on food or anything like that. All I did was buy Starbucks after work, and it was actually half price Tuesdays for July. So this day, I think my coffee was only like $2.50, but I actually reloaded my Starbucks card on the app and I put $10 on there. So I spent $10 on Tuesday, technically. And that was it for Tuesday. I just spent $10 at Starbucks. Moving on to Wednesday, I actually did not spend anything this day. I just worked in the morning and then I made all my meals from home with the groceries that I had. And then moving on to Thursday. On Thursday, my boyfriend was actually coming home from his training and he had just finished his work training. I decided to make him a little like new job survival kit basket from Target. So I went to Target and picked out a bunch of things, and then I just put it into a basket. And there I spent $76.29 on that little basket for him. And then on Friday, I also cooked all my meals at home, and then I was actually working an overnight shift this night, so I decided to treat myself to Dutch Rose. So I went to Dutch Rose and got a cold brew. Dutch Rose, one thing about that place is I feel like I always have to tip there, because whenever you're paying for your drink, they're always like, oh, do you want to add a tip? And then they like click it for you, and I'm like, yeah, sure. So I always end up adding like $2 or whatever. And so the coffee's not like that overpriced, but with the tip, it was $7.45. So I have to keep that in mind when I go to Dutch Bros, that it's actually a little bit more expensive because of the tip. I mean, you obviously don't have to tip, but I don't know. I just feel the need to when I go there. Plus the people are really nice, so. Also on Friday, I bought 2 more books and this is becoming a problem already because books, yeah, they're kind of cheap. I mean, they're like $10-11, but that adds up when you are reading pretty fast. On Friday, I bought 2 books. I bought The Silent Patient and Ugly Love, and that was $22.31. I already read both of these books, and I definitely recommend. Verity, The Silent Patient, and Ugly Love. Honestly, all of them were 5 stars, and they got me really into reading now. I have a new obsession, and that is buying books. But this week, I'm gonna try and go to the library and just borrow some books. That way I don't have to buy them. So that was all I spent on Friday. Dutch Bros and the 2 books. Moving on to Saturday. I actually went to Trader Joe's again on Saturday because we had to buy a little bit of groceries for our dinner. We made a scalloped risotto, so we needed to buy a few things for that. And that was $15.54 at Trader Joe's. And then a couple things we couldn't find at Trader Joe's. We also went to Sprouts, which is right next to it, and we spent $18.79 there. So Saturday, I spent $34.33 altogether. And then on Sunday, this is usually the day I go grocery shopping, so this Sunday I actually did, and we went to the farmer's market, and we just got some produce, a couple things, $23 for that, and then we also went over to Sprouts again. We should have just got the groceries the day before, but we didn't, so we went back, and we actually got sandwiches and groceries this time, so we spent $49.34. Luckily, Sprouts and Trader Joe's are not too far from our house. I think it's like 5 minutes, so we could just easily go there again, but it's a blessing and a curse having those stores nearby. Sunday, I spent $72.34. For my bills, I just divided them up per week. So for my HOA bill, I usually spend $240 a month, so that divides to $60 a week. And then for SMUD, I usually spend $150 a month, so that comes out to $37.50 per week. Electric, I pay $100, so that is $25 a week. And then my car insurance, I spent $135, so that comes out to $33.75 a week. And then for my phone bill, I pay $35, and that comes out to $8.75 per week. I have a few monthly subscriptions, so that totals to $24.50 per month, which comes out to $6.13 per week. Overall, my monthly bills, I spent $171.13 per week. And I know I'm very lucky because I know a lot of people spend a lot more on bills, but this is just how me and my boyfriend have divided it up for now because I'm in school, so I can only afford so much. He definitely pays a lot more than I do right now, but hopefully once I graduate and become a nurse and I'm making a little bit more money, I can take on more of those bills. As for right now, this week I spent $458.37 in total for everything. So this includes food, bills, and any other fun things that I did during this week. We also did a couple other things, like we went golfing, and I think we got breakfast one of the days, and my boyfriend paid for both of those, so I didn't include that in this. I try to make most of my meals from home, so that's why I didn't really eat out that much, but some weeks I definitely eat out more than others. We usually eat out like once a week or twice, usually like Saturday or Sunday, and then I try to make all my meals from home. Same with coffee. I try to make all my coffee from home. I used to buy coffee out a lot more, but now I kind of just like treat myself every once in a while, and I have an Nespresso machine, so I freaking love the Nespresso coffee. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful, or at least a little bit entertaining, seeing what I spend in a week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.